Starting in January, a major renovation of Riverside Plaza will begin. For every one of the 5,000 residents living in this Minneapolis apartment complex, life will be more comfortable after the renovation improves the plumbing, efficiency, and overall functionality of their homes.
It will be a better place to live. The heat system will be working efficiently. The plumbing will be much better. We will not have that many of emergency maintenances.
After each month-long renovation phase is complete, every apartment in Riverside will have thermostats that accurately control the apartment's temperature, plumbing that quickly delivers hot and cold water to residents, windows that keep hot and cold weather outside of the unit, and many other improvements to the units and to Riverside's beautiful plaza and parking areas. To complete the renovation quickly, Riverside is asking residents to make a short sacrifice while work is being done to their unit.
The move will be for a month, and it will not be far away. It will be just right here in the community. I'm moving from C building or Chase, going to F building. So we are staying in the same buildings temporarily for about a month.
Abdirazak Bihi and his family will be in the first phase of movers. In this video, we'll be following Bihi as he demonstrates the steps each resident needs to prepare for their short, temporary move. We'll also take a closer look at the temporary or hotel units residents will have available to them. At every point in the process, Riverside's management will be helping residents make their temporary move to another apartment within the Riverside complex. And management will pay for the entire move. In other words,
I'm Justin with Moon in a Truck.
The process will be free of charge for residents. The only thing residents will be responsible for is packing up personal items like food, clothes, bedding, and bathroom supplies. Residents might also want to take items for their children with them.
Toys, maybe their laptop, maybe their gadgets, their games, their books.
Riverside management will be providing storage bins that residents will use to pack their personal belongings. Once the food and personal belongings are packed, the resident will use stickers to seal the bins shut. The stickers have the permanent and temporary unit numbers listed on them to avoid confusion. Once the bins are packed, sealed, and ready to go, Riverside will hire a moving company to transport the bins to the temporary or hotel units.
Couches, TVs, anything that's heavy, anything that furniture will stay here.
The temporary or hotel units will be fully furnished. TVs, couches, beds, kitchen tables, all of the large items you have in your current home will be waiting for you at no cost to the resident. Of course, with a major move like this, it's expected that residents will have questions and concerns. In the months leading up to the start of the renovation and the temporary moves each resident will have to make, Riverside management has been asking residents what concerns they have about the process. Many questions were asked about the hotel units, where they were, what they would include, and most importantly, if they would be adequate and safe for the residents, especially those with children. To assure each hotel unit meets the residents' needs, management has already made significant changes to those units. The first major noticeable change is the addition of a wall to make the temporary units safer, especially for families with children. When the complex was built, these two-level units featured a stairway that connected the bedrooms and bathroom with the kitchen, dining room, and living area. While that arrangement does make for a quieter, separate sleeping area, it also posed a risk to small children who might fall down the stairs or fall over the short wall behind the couch. Riverside's management team takes these concerns seriously, which is why every unit with this arrangement has gone through a renovation of its own. In the months leading up to the start of the project, Riverside management brought in a team of construction workers who have built temporary walls to make the living room safer. The wall behind the couch has been extended, adding more than 2 feet to the height of the partition, making it far more difficult for a child to climb over and fall into the stairway. Also, to assure a safer home for families with children, the construction crews added a second wall with a door to block off the stairway. With the door in place, parents have less concern about children accidentally falling down the stairs. The doors and the wall extensions will add an extra layer of separation between the living areas and bedrooms, making for quieter sleeping areas even during periods of high activity in the living and dining areas. Again, this work has been completed in many of the hotel units and is being done at no cost to residents who will temporarily be living in those units. After the upgrades to the units were completed, Riverside hired professional cleaning crews to prepare the hotel units for residents. Each unit has been meticulously washed, scrubbed, and waxed. Even the windows have been cleaned to be sure each resident's temporary home will feel as if it's a new apartment. The bedrooms were also a concern of residents and therefore a concern of management too. For that reason, Riverside has moved new beds into each hotel unit. Not only do the beds have fresh bedding for the temporary residents, but they have been fitted with specialized mattresses and box spring encasements to prevent bed bugs. The 2-bedroom units have queen-size beds and 2 twin beds. The 1-bedroom units have 2 twin beds, and the studios will have a queen-size sleeper sofa. As a reminder, each unit is fully furnished and move-in ready. In other words, residents do not need to be concerned about couches, tables, chairs, beds, TVs, and other large pieces of furniture, since all those items will be waiting for them in the temporary hotel units. Back in the residents' permanent home, the furniture they own will be moved out of the way to allow the workers to complete the renovation work.
Once it's moving day, the moving company will come in and arrange your furniture so that is out of the way of all the working spaces so they have room to work around it.
Moving the furniture is not the residents' responsibility. Management and movers will do that for you. However, if you have breakable items in or on your furniture, residents are responsible for securing those items before they move.
You want to make sure you pack that up yourself before the moving day.
Once everything is moved to the center of the rooms, management will cover your belongings to protect them from becoming dirty or damaged during the renovation.
Our internal staff members at Riverside will come in and cover it with a sturdy plastic so nothing can get damaged and dirty in the process.
After the work is complete, your furniture will be moved back to its original position in the room. To assist with this process, residents should take a picture of their living rooms and kitchens so the movers know what position the items should be returned to once the process is complete. Then, after the work is finished, each resident will move back into an apartment that is far more comfortable a place to live than when they left just 1 month earlier, which is great news for everyone who lives at Riverside. But management understands that aspects of this process will not be easy and people will have questions.
It's so confusing. A lot of people do not know that there's a rehabilitation of these buildings to make it a better place to live.
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Riverside Management has a 24-hour phone line dedicated to answering resident questions about the renovation process and the temporary moves associated with that process. Also, stay tuned for further videos that will be released in the coming weeks and months. In the videos, you'll find more information about the renovation, demonstrations and tips on how to move, and safety information you'll want to know to keep you and your family safe during construction.